welcome to Movies, Films, and Flicks. I am Mark Podcast Angry Hoffmeyer, and joining me is a man that has an arsenal because he's out for vengeance, because he doesn't trust anybody, because it's a dog-eat-dog world. He's also a runner who makes sure to pay to ghosts unless they have a rage, and he hates the dying of the light because then there's frozen ground. It's Jay Cluett.
Hello, I'm feeling Bangkok dangerous.
You know why we're here today, Jay, for this very special bonus episode?
We are here to talk about whether or not Nick Cage has cold arms in different films.
So we were recording an episode with Con Air the podcast, and we had the guys from the Titanic Minute on podcast, a free podcast on, and we started talking about Nicolas Cage's sleeveless shirts roles, like the mythical sleeveless shirt Nick Cage, and we started like talking about his movies where he has sleeveless shirts, and I went, you know what? I'm gonna watch like 100 of his movies. I'm gonna go to every library, find every streaming site. Hello, Tubi. Find everything I can. I'm gonna zap through his. Well, you can't really. I'm gonna watch his movies, and I'm gonna see which ones he wears a sleeveless shirt in. So I started doing that for about 20 movies. But then I went, gee, he wears leather jackets a lot. And then I went, wow, he's always in suits. And then I went, whoa.
Turned to Chris Walken there for a second.
Hey! Gotta have more cowbell. But then he said, but then I also noticed in his late career run that he's been like Henley heavy. So I just went back and rewatched the 20. And then I went through I got 100 in the list. I got 100 Nick Cage movies in the list. And it's crazy. Like, so I was looking for instances of like sleeveless shirts and Henleys. And if he wears all four, I log them. If he wears 3, I log them. If he wears 2, I log them. But it's kind of crazy because like in Looking Glass and Joe, it's like blink and you'll miss it sleeveless shirt moments. So I really had to scour these things. And now I've watched all of them, Jay. I've watched all of Nick Cage's movies.
We need to be very careful what conversations we have in the future on these podcasts, because this has been a huge endeavor off of the back of just one kind of impromptu conversation about a sleeveless shirt that has yet to appear in the film where we're up to talking about it.
I've been waking up at 4:30 a.m. Because I get my daughter up at 7. And so I'll get up early. I'll put on like a Nick Cage movie. Like if it's World Trade Center, he's stuck under rubble for 7 hours, and there's only a couple.
That's a fast forward.
Yeah, there's only. But you know what? There's not ghost moments, but Maria Bello is walking around, and she sees him in her like she's daydreaming and sees him. So you have to be careful because there's a flannel moment with him in there. And like other movies like Snowden, you can fast forward through pretty quick. There are movies like adaptation.
If Maria Bello were to stop at a photograph, pick it up and look at it, and in the photo Nick Cage was wearing a sleeveless shirt, would that count?
Yes, because he's wearing a sleeveless shirt in the movie. He's there without sleeves. I included it. So I just thought, you know what? Let's roll. Let's roll with it. Like let's do it. And like the Cotton Club, you can fast forward. Like he's not in every scene of Birdie. He's not in every scene in Fast Times at Ridgemont High. But it's crazy.
He's in very few scenes of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
But he's in the background of the Fast Times at Ridgemont High wearing a suit coat, which puts him in the suit category. So you really had to watch. Like this isn't one of those where you can just look at some pictures on Google. You know the way I work, man. I went through all of these movies and pulled the data. And we were kind of right. I think when we talked about it with everybody on the show, there's 5 of us on that episode. We kind of talked about mythical Nick Cage tank top. And he has the highest IMDb average, which is a 6.12, which is good. 6.12 for IMDb for all of his movies where he wears a sleeveless t-shirt. Oh, actually, let me start. So his overall IMDb user score for all of his movies is 5.89. And his Rotten Tomatoes average is 48.6, which is rotten. And the worldwide box office for all of his movies is 102 million. So those are the base levels. The IMDb user score is below 6. The Rotten Tomatoes score is rotten, and he's just over 100 million. But like Sleeveless T-Shirts, he's 6.12 for IMDb and 54.9 for Rotten Tomatoes. So I mean, and also when you look at his theatrical release movies where he wears a sleeveless shirt, it's 62.5. So I mean, that's pretty good. And the theatrical release average for the movies where he wears a sleeveless shirt, that's 6.58. So theatrically released Nick Cage tank top that mythical being has the highest audience and critic scores out there.
And you're counting the animated Sleeveless. It's not really a shirt. The kind of toga kind of thing in the Croods.
Yeah, I mean he's sleeveless. Yeah. In Spider-Verse he's fully clothed, so
He's
all
of the clothes in that.
So I gave, he goes in the other category because I had 4 categories under other. Because there's some movies where he just wears T-shirts, or in Bringing Out the Dead he's wearing his EMT outfit, and Left Behind he's wearing his pilot uniform, which is a suit, but it's also a uniform, so I'm not counting that.
You're not counting that as a suit?
No, because it's a pilot's uniform.
Okay, well, this is, I meant to say this before we recorded. You've got Con Air in the suits category.
Yeah, because when he's in court.
Oh, he's in court. You're right. My mistake.
See, that's why you got to watch all these.
Yeah, you're right.
Like, hey, that made me very happy because I'm going to get questions like that. And I'm like, not in this scene. Watch it. But yeah, so yeah, he's in a suit in that moment. And let me read off his sleeveless shirt movies. It's Valley Girl, Birdie, which Birdie's an interesting one, and it's on Tubi, and I recommend watching it. Racing with the Moon, which is like rip Nick Cage. Like the boy in blue, he plays a Canadian rower who wants to break the world record, but he's also a troublemaker. Like this is like Pete Cage in shape. Raising Arizona, Moonstruck.
By the rules.
Yeah, Moonstruck, Firebirds, Wild at Heart, Deadfall, Red Rock West, Kiss of Death, Con Air, 8mm, Captain Corelli's Mandolin, Bangkok Dangerous, The Croods, Joe, Between Worlds, Looking Glass, A Score to Settle, The Croods 2, and The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent.
So, which, this isn't what we're looking at here, but what is the most he's in a sleeveless shirt? Just by memory. I know you didn't take a stopwatch to it, but can you remember when you think of Nick Cage in a sleeveless shirt, which is the film that's like, yeah, that's the pinnacle of the sleeveless?
I mean, based on just being iconic, it's Con Air.
Yeah.
Because that's what everybody sees. But I mean, in Boy in Blue, he's always sleeveless. He's always rowing. In The Croods 2, he never has sleeves. Joe, yeah. When I think about Joe, there's only one sleeveless scene. The rest of he's in flannel. So when you close your eyes and you think, I think the things that come up first in my mind are Con Air, Moonstruck, and Raising Arizona. And maybe, if you know it, Kiss of Death. So those are my 4 movies where it's like super tank top heavy. And I mean, they're good movies.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what it is, man. You put him in a sleeveless shirt. But I mean, if he's in a suit, his average is 6.04, and his Rotten Tomatoes average is 48.2. So that's lower than if it is with like that's lower than the IMDb and Rotten Tomato average of the sleeveless T-shirt. So put him in a suit, not good.
Do you reckon that's to do with like public persona? When people think of Nick Cage, they think of him as a lower status character, where they like the classic Die Hard thing of Bruce Willis is wearing a sleeveless shirt. He's a low status character. Hans Gruber, a high status, wearing a suit. So I reckon Nick Cage, to me, he can play higher status, but he just kind of fits more in that lower status role in the Cameron Poe of the world.
Think about
that. That makes more sense to me.
He's been nominated for 2 Oscars, and he won 1. And in those movies, he played screenwriters. So he's a screenwriter in Leaving Las Vegas and a screenwriter in adaptation. However, he gets fired from his job. He gets a hefty severance payment, and he goes to Vegas and just wears suits and is plastered and terrible looking the entire time. Like he's dying. In adaptation, he's just incredibly schlubby. He's not suited up. He's not George Clooney, Ocean's 11 at all. He is a screenwriter who is just a total schlub. An Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. He's on the down slope of his career. His kid doesn't like him. So yeah, I think you are absolutely right. Like look at Mandy. Look at his best movies recently with like Mandy and Joe.
Raising Arizona.
Yeah,
That's
Raising Arizona.
Low status character. Yeah.
Like Moonstruck, he has a bakery, but he's not incredibly wealthy. So yeah, I think people really do like that. Like in The Runner, I was watching The Runner, and I'm like, ugh, like you're not a senator, dude. So that have you seen the cast for The Runner? That's like one of the most stacked Let me read
Wait,
this.
is that the? I'm not even sure which one that is. Is that Justin Timberlake?
Wait, the run? No, that's Runner with Ben Affleck.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking.
The Runner, Nick Cage. It's called, and he just let's see, 2015 film. But in this movie, Sarah Paulson, Peter Fonda, Connie Nielsen, Wendell Pierce. Like you have like a big names in this movie. And
those are some great actors, yeah.
Yeah, but he's just all, I don't know. And like Pig, he's a disgraced chef. So yeah, I think he's definitely best when he is kind of Raising Arizona-esque or Leaving Las Vegas, where he's just on the he's going down. I mean, Face Off people love, and he's all suited up in that, but he's a criminal, like he's a maniac.
I feel like Face Off is always going to be outside of any kind. It's always going to be an anomaly because of like he's playing the bad guy and the good guy, a psychopath and an FBI agent, and there's a magnetic prison in the middle of the ocean. That film follows no rules. It's uncategorizable.
No, that's a perfect thing to say. Like you can't put him in any box in that movie. And then so I know a lot of people might be asking questions. So I did so much digging on here, and I put movies where he wears only one of the items. So I have four categories. But if he only wears one, like if he only wears a leather jacket and like a t-shirt, I only count it as one category. So that's 52.8. But if he mixes a leather jacket with like a suit, that jumps down to 47.1. And if he wears three of those items, it drops down to 39.8. But if he wears all four, like an 8mm, it's 23%.
So, not good.
And if you're going to blend, you should do Sleeveless T-Shirt and a Suit, Raising Arizona, Con Air, Moonstruck. Those movies feature him wearing a suit coat and sleeveless T-shirts.
Because that's like the greatest arc between the two kind of wardrobes, isn't it? Where like somebody in a suit is like the high low status kind of thing. They're doing well, successful. They're in a position of power or a serious scenario. Then sleeveless, that's a completely different world. You know, things have changed. There's been a dramatic turn of events between these two things. So I think that's like the biggest change between characters. Going from like a leather jacket to a sleeveless, that's just taking the jacket off.
Whoa,
that could be the same day. You know, that's the same journey even.
Mm-hmm.
It's just got a bit warm.
I mean, like there's always a dress shirt in between the sleeveless tank top and the suit coat. And I
do like that the Henley is the worst reviewed. It gets all the worst results when he's wearing a Henley. Because I don't own the Henleys. I wasn't even aware of what it was before we recorded our episode on Primal recently, in which he's wearing a Henley throughout. I think you sent me like 4 screenshots of Nick Cage wearing Henleys in various films. I think he looks very bad in a Henley. I think he looks awful. It's just not a shirt style that suits him, and that is reflected in the audience scores of his films.
Yeah, that's a great point. And he does not really rock the Henley well. And listen, I'm a big fan of the Henley. I used to be a fan of V-necks and Henleys. Like I hated things that were like tied on my throat.
I have nothing against them. It's just on Nick Cage, they are not right.
But you know what's crazy? When he blends a Henley with a sleeveless T-shirt, the tomato meter score drops down to 16% for the movies where that happens.
It's just not right.
People can't handle it. They can't handle it.
They refuse. They will not.
Like they just can't handle like a sleeveless tee and a Henley. The best combination is a Henley and a suit. So if you're gonna Henley Nick Cage, make sure he's wearing a suit in the movie as well.
But do not have a suit over a Henley.
No.
That
would look crazy.
That would just bizarre, especially with a tie.
All right, now I got a question for you. So let's go through his filmography. And so we kind of just like Con Air is what we think of when we think of sleeveless tees, correct?
Yes.
All right, so what about him in a suit? Like what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Like close your eyes.
Cage in a suit. I mean, I haven't seen it, but I think it's The Wicker Man.
Oh, yeah.
Because there's a lot of running around in a suit from like the clips I've seen. And I don't mean a bear suit. I mean an actual formal suit.
Oh, he's in a suit a lot. So much suit work in it. I guess I went, where did I go? I went straight, when I closed my eyes and I went straight to Snake Eyes because of that suit. because I bought the movie because I couldn't find it online. I didn't want to rent it for $4, so I bought it for $5. And then I scanned through it. I always thought he wore a leather jacket, but it's just a really shiny suit, and he's wearing it for most of the movie. So that
I
was
mean,
the
I've
first
watched
thing.
that fairly recently. I recall it being like a snakeskin.
Yeah, it's not. It's just shiny. I had to bring my wife over and be like, Megan, is this a suit or is that just shiny? And she's like, no, it's a shiny suit. Not a leather jacket. All right, now let's go to leather jacket. I think this one's pretty easy.
It's got to be Gone in 60
Yeah,
Seconds.
yeah.
Which a film I adore.
The leather jacket is a character in the movie.
He's a little tired, a little wired. I think I deserve a little appreciation. It's my favorite Nick Cage quote.
Oh man. And then what about a Henley? Is it are you just Primal?
It's good. I think I've only seen him in Primal. Again, which he looks awful in, and the image they used on the box for Primal is a reason why nobody saw that film, because he just looks terrible in it.
Yeah, it's I don't. They're just like just put a Henley on him. It's fine.
Just don't put him on the cover. Or just put his face on there and a bloody albino jaguar, whatever it was.
Whoa. Put Kevin Durand. Put
Yes.
Directed by the guy who helped film RRR.
Directed by this guy who you will see in 4 years' time.
And then a couple other things. I know I'm blasting through this, but I'm so excited to finally talk to somebody about this, Jay. But yeah, I went through and I put which kind of clothing is featured most like in his highest ranked films. So in his highest ranked films, it's Into the Spider-Verse, Red Rock West, Rotten Tomatoes, Pig, Moonstruck, Face Off, Adaptation, Leaving Las Vegas, Teen Titans, Raising Arizona, Mandy, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, Joe, Bad Lieutenant, Port of Call, New Orleans, Peggy Sue Got Married and Colored Out of Space. And
Okay.
in that category, in those movies, he wears 5 sleeveless shirts. But wait, actually, I should do the numbers here. I should tell people things. I'm pinballing, whatever.
So so you got Red Rock West, Moonstruck, Raising Arizona, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, and Joe for the sleeveless ones of those top ones.
And he has 22 sleeveless shirt movies. And then when he has suit movies, he has 55. So then when you go down and you look at which of these top-rated movies he wears a suit in, you have 1, 2, 3. You have Moonstruck, Face Off, Adaptation, Leaving Las Vegas, Raising Arizona, Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, Bad Lieutenant, and Peggy Sue Got Married. But even if you did the math, like the percentage is still higher for the sleeveless shirt. So like a higher percentage of sleeveless shirt movies are in his top-ranked films because there's less than half of them than there is suit movies. So percentage-wise, sleeveless shirts are in his highest-ranked films the most.
Makes sense to me.
And then I went and I did all of his IMDb averages, and then the same thing's true for that. I mean, there's just so many, like, there's a suit has a great presence. There's only 3 leather jackets, which is kind of crazy. But yeah, I mean, once again, sleeveless shirts have a higher percentage of appearing in his top IMDb movies.
Did you look at the box office?
I did. And then, so I did that, and he has sleeveless shirts in 1, 2, 3 of those, which is Croods, Con Air, and Croods 2. But then he wears a suit in Sorcerer's Apprentice, Con Air, Gone in 60 Seconds, Face Off, National Treasure, The Rock, and National Treasure 2. So there's a large suit presence in there. There's only 1 leather jacket, there's 3 leather jackets. Sorcerer's Apprentice, Gone in 60 Seconds, and Face Off.
Oh, and Ghost Rider.
Oh yeah, and Ghost Rider. Because he just wears a leather jacket in that. He very rarely he wears like t-shirts. He's never like sleeveless.
And I mean, you're mainly focusing on the skull that's on fire.
Yeah, that's
no
leather jacket.
It distracts away from the rest of the ensemble.
I mean, to be fair, the highest average of like if you put them in a leather jacket, those movies average the most money at the box office. They average 99 million, whereas Suits only average 94 million. Sleeveless Tees only average 89 million. So his leather jacket movies average the most money at the worldwide box office. So I guess if you want to make money, stuff them in a leather jacket.
That makes sense, I guess. Yeah. I mean, leather jacket is generally considered pretty cool clothing. As clothing goes, leather jacket is generally considered as cool. I don't think I'm breaking any ground by saying that.
No, I just love it. It's true. I mean,
as somebody who has never even put on a leather jacket, let alone owned one, like it's not something I could pull off. I'm not Nicolas Cage, but he certainly can. in numerous colors.
Yeah, I mean, he looks great in a leather jacket. He really does.
I'm almost reluctant to suggest this, but I feel like the element of this that we're missing is how his hair affects these things.
So,
Because
sorry to cut you off. My bad.
no, because like Cage is known for having wild haircuts. I'm just intrigued as to whether whether the combination of like leather jacket, long hair, leather jacket, short hair, sleeveless tee, mullet, Henley, bald. Has he been bald in any films? He must have a shaved head at some point. I'm just intrigued as to whether how the hair affects things. Does having a moustache affect things?
Yeah, I went through all that as well, but I just didn't want to go insane pulling every stat because I was like, maybe I should go through and do because in the Trust he has a mustache, but I also notice people really go after his hair in movies, so I kind of wanted to avoid that, and I've always wanted to maybe count his freakouts, but I felt like that might be exploitative too. So, you know me, man, I just went for the weirdest thing possible.
Yeah, you don't take the road most traveled. The hair would be the obvious choice. I feel silly for bringing it up.
No, but
I'm
you're
sorry.
right though, because that was what crossed my mind. But then I was like, how do I like normal hair, long hair? Like, how do you gauge?
Okay. He's never had normal hair. What are you talking about?
Well, early in his career, I would say. Has he? Well, I mean, 8mm.
I mean, there are very few haircuts that I think you could lift off of Nick Cage, put on another person, and not give them a second look as you walk past them on the street. It's something about the combination of kind of the length, the kind of the hairline, the spikiness of it sometimes. I don't know. It's something I love about Cage is the different haircuts in his films. So.
In Kiss of Death, he has very short hair.
In which one?
Kiss of Death, where he's all beefy.
I haven't seen that one yet. That's on my list. Need to get to it.
I mean, I guess that's probably his shortest hair now that I'm looking through here. Man, let's see, Deadfall.
I mean, it's pretty short in Gone in 60 Seconds. It's not too long in that one.
Guarding Tess, he's what's the word? Secret Service. So he has very short cropped hair. That
would make sense.
But yeah.
And again, we're coming from Con Air, where the hair is legendary. So.
Can I run through my 5 favorite Cage performances?
Please.
This is going to be tough, Jay.
How many of them are Cameron Poe?
He's in top 5. You know, before we started this podcast, I might not have put him in the top 5 just because of recency bias. But watching what he does in Con Air and the way that he adds so much to Cameron Poe, like the physicality, he's super sassy.
What was I thinking? Oh yeah.
Just admiring your Cage.
You're pretty good.
Okay. Okay. In no order. Raising Arizona, Pig, Leaving Las Vegas. All right. I have 3. Those are 3. Those are now this is where I get, see, there's 100 movies. So I love him in Kick-Ass, but I can't add that. I'm going to go Con Air because he does things. Also in Prisoners of Ghostland, there's a scene where his testicles blow up and he's like, my testicles! And it is, no one talked about that last year.
That is the only fact I know about that film because you talk about it all the time.
But he had a great year when that didn't become a thing. Does that make, you know what I mean? Okay.
But when I eventually see that film, I'm just going to be sat waiting for his testicle to explode. It's going to happen. It's going to happen at some point.
Okay, so I'm not gonna say Raising Arizona, and I'm not gonna say Moonstruck because that's Cher's movie. Okay, this is Valley Girl. I like him a lot. Kiss of Death. I mean, okay, so there's a few that immediately come to mind. It's Face Off. It's Adaptation. I can't. Yeah, that's my 5th Adaptation.
Yeah, that's the one I'd written down as being. Where is this on your list? But I knew you'd get there. But I just.
Yeah, that has to be there. I mean, so 6. So that means I said Leaving Las Vegas, Adaptation, Pig, Raising Arizona, and Con Air. Yeah. That's pretty good.
I think my list, I might kick off Raising Arizona and replace it with Face Off. Just because I get some stick for this, but Raising Arizona, not my favorite film. I like it, but it's down there in the Coen rankings for me.
Oh, we should do an episode like our Pixar episode where we do Coen Brothers.
I'd love to. I've seen all of the films apart from the Macbeth.
People lose their minds when I'm like, I like Hail Caesar. I adore that movie. But I guess if
it's got some phenomenal scenes.
Yeah, man, the Channing Tatum thing,
But it was simple.
Oh man, and just watching like Scarlett Johansson's accent, man, she's hilarious in that.
I think as a whole piece, I don't think it fits together terribly well. But as individual segments, it's great.
No, you're right. I like that the writers want to be communists, Jay.
It is fun,
right?
Yeah. I think. I mean, I've only seen it once, but I think I'm gonna guess a lot of people that reviewed it have also only seen it once, and it's not the film that was advertised. And I think if I went back to it, knowing what it is now, I'd probably appreciate it more. Is my guess.
No, I mean, because there really is there are expectations that come with watching a Coen brother movie. So you watch Hail Caesar, and it is a collection of scenes, and it's just super not what you'd expect. I could see how that would turn people off. I guess I was just charmed by the inside baseball filmmaking stuff, and I love being inside sets. So watching all that just made me so happy.
Yeah, that's fun. And I think they did Buster Scruggs not long after that.
Oh, so good.
Which they kind of learned, like, okay, instead of doing one kind of plot that's a bunch of little ones woven together, let's just do 6 separate plots. Let's just do 6, and that worked better, I think.
Whoa.
So it's my take.
Jay!
I just came up with that.
That's really good, man.
I love Tim Blake Nelson in that. He's so fun.
Oh, he's so good. I adore that movie.
And Tom Waits.
The only problem with that movie, you just know the worst thing's going to happen. So it takes out a lot of the event. By the third one, I'm like, oh, this is going to end bad. But I think it was still my number 1 or 2 movie of that year.
Did you ever watch the TV series Inside Number 9?
No.
It's Reece Shearsmith and Steve Pemberton, 2 of the guys from the League of Gentlemen, who like it's British comedy. It's basically a British anthology dark comedy series where it's different characters, different setting every week, but Steve Pemberton and Mark Gatiss, and Reece Shearsmith and Mark Gatiss sometimes in it. They're always in it, and it's basically whatever is the worst thing you can imagine is going to happen to all of these characters. I'd say about half of the episodes end with everyone dying.
Oh,
but it's a show I really like.
Send that to me. I want to watch that.
So many British people are in it. There are like 6 or 7 seasons now. And it's cool. Every episode takes place in like number 9 of something. So it's inside number 9. So there's one that takes place at a football stadium, changing room 9, with all the referees and the mascots and stuff. One of them is in just house number 9 or police car number 9. So it's a very free form theme for a show. But yeah, it's fun. And it's very bleak at times, but I really like it. And loads of famous people are in it. They get some of the best British and non-British actors in there.
I love bleak stuff, Jay.
And you'll like this. Oh.
Super. Before we go, can I recommend 5 movies that aren't typically said, like people don't typically like think are Cage's best? They don't come up in the conversation, but I still think they feature him doing really well.
Please do, yeah.
All right. So first and foremost, like Mandy, people adore it. Oh crap! I didn't put Joe in there. Oh, Joe's got to go in there. What do I have to take out?
I mean, you could take out Connor and put Joe in because we're dedicating a podcast.
All right, yeah. Connor's gone. Joe, but I think Mandy, he's great in. They don't exploit him, and I think he's wonderful in it. I also, watching some of these movies like Running with the Devil, he plays this guy called the Chef, and I feel like he's just kind of a really laid back Cage, really dangerous. And so I would say he's pretty good in that. I love him in Willy's Wonderland, largely like no dialogue, but he is just amazing in it. He makes me so happy to watch in that movie. So those 2, some of these, man, watching some of these, Jay, oh gosh, like
I don't know if you're going to be positive or negative.
I'm a huge fan of his. But I think he needs a David Gordon Green in his later phase. He's needed a like a Oliver Stone for Snowden, or a Panos Cosmatos for Mandy. He's needed a David Gordon Green for Joe. He's needed really strong presence, like on Pig, that director. I think that's when he's at his best. But when he does movies like Jiu-Jitsu or Grand Isle or Kill Chain or Primal, that's the like, there's a bored Cage, and he's not bored, but it's not, it's a really odd Cage, man. I don't know if, I can't say he's ever phoned a movie in, but I think sometimes he knows what movie he's in.
I'm really looking forward to Renfield.
Oh, that's gonna be great.
With him as Dracula. Yeah, because that's Chris McKay. So Tomorrow War and Lego Batman movie he directed.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to. And yeah, I think I love Tomorrow War. Norbert and I just talked about it. So,
nice.
But also Drive Angry, I think, is a better movie than I remembered. It's very grimy. It's crazy grimy. So that one, I think he's really good in Kick-Ass. And then if I had
he's
to
great in Kick-Ass.
Seeking Justice is probably the next one. Sorry, Jay, jumped on you.
I just think he's great in Kick-Ass. He's Adam Westing everywhere.
Oh yeah, he's so good.
Yeah.
But he hasn't gone anywhere. In Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent, he's like, I haven't gone anywhere, and it's true. And we've been saying that for years. So
yeah, he has always been acting. It's just no one's been seeing the films.
Yeah. Whoa. You're full of good stuff tonight, Jay. Midweek sageisms. So now I'm just very tired, but I've watched all the Cage films, and I've discovered
you can
that
finally sleep.
The movies that feature, like, so if there's a movie that features him wearing a suit and a sleeveless shirt, they're in both categories. But if the movie just features him wearing, like, not just, but if one of his movies features him in a sleeveless T-shirt, those are the highest rated according to IMDb and Rotten Tomatoes. Critics and audiences have those on average being the highest. And there's movies that make the most money are leather jacket movies, which is fun. But he's only been but the movies he's been nominated for Academy Awards, he hasn't worn a sleeveless shirt.
But he has died.
Yep. Cage dies, and he's a writer.
So the next time he's playing a writer, we need to keep an eye out, because he's on the Oscar path again.
Last question. If Nick Cage somehow wore a suit in Pig, does he get nominated for an Oscar?
I think he'd have to die at the end.
Yes. So he shows back up, he cleans up, he gets back into the world, and then he gets killed. And the pig lives.
He gets killed. Yeah. It's a real change of pace where there's like a running with the pigs kind of thing, where just a whole herd of pigs lets loose on a street, and he's running with them, and he gets trampled and gored, and that's how he gets taken out. Oscars all over the place.
So he would have the second one on his mantle.
Yeah, at least they might give him 20. Oh no.
We just got him a second Oscar for Pig 2.
Pig 2, still pigging.
And this one I'm dead too. I don't know. Ghost Rider. Pig 2, Ghost Rider.
Wait. Ghost Rider 3? Spirit of
the Pig?
Pork.
Spirit of the Pork.
Spirit of the Pork.
Hamming it up.
There it is.
Oh, geez. Hey, well, thank you, Jay, for joining me. This was good.
Always happy to talk Nick Cage. Whatever clothing he's wearing.
Yeah. So we got a lot more chapters of Con Air. We got a lot more stuff to cover on MFF. We still have to do Twister, dude.
We still have to do Twister.
Dude.
At some point we will.
So for me, Mark Hoffmeyer, and for Jay Cluitt, this is Movies, Films, and Flicks. We'll see you next week.